Excelsior, my fellow marvelers. We are going to be watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier season finale. All right, without any further ado, let's get on with the episode. There is going to go through a recap. John Walker has obviously been Captain America, and he's not going to get any benefits. The horror. But in the end tag to the previous episode, he was hammering away like Iron Man was hammering at his Iron Man armor in the first, the original, the OG Iron Man, making a shield and embossing his Medal of Honor on it as well. All right. So the plan of Carly Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers is that they're going to not let the GRC vote on the Patch Act happen. And here we go. After a very brief recap of this 48-minute runtime episode, we are into the Marvel Studios opening sequence that brings back so many awesome memories. And, so it's such nice clips from all the MCU movies that we've been appreciating over the past decade or so. And there we go. That's the end of the fanfare and the end of the motif, the leitmotif of Marvel Studios ending with a crescendo. All right, police, red and blue lights flashing. He walks into and around the GRC building. All right, she's surrounded with her super soldiers. And in the last episode, the last scene was Carly's Flag Smashers taking over the meeting of the GRC leaders. And there's a complete lockdown of the GRC building in the New York City. And there is a no-fly zone in effect. Secured the perimeter, and the inside of the room is bathed in red light. As we can expect, there's going to be an entry of either Carly or one of the GRC leaders to intervene and to negotiate some sort of way out. Bucky Barnes has entered the scene, and the new Falcon is on his way. He's probably got the Wakandan suit and armor. Oh, and Sharon Carter has also joined Bucky Barnes on the ground, so that's great. She's saying she thought she'll get the band back together, and let's see if Sharon Carter can make the huge difference that she can. All right, there we go. A little glimpse of the Falcon as he flies over the top of the buildings, and Carly says, "He's here, do it now." Okay, they've started to disrupt the meeting of the GRC leaders. They've left some sort of a nerve gas bomb hall, and the leaders are running helter-skelter. All right, so they're basically getting rid of all the extras. That's what this is. And there we go. The shield of Captain America making a whooshing entrance. And here is the Falcon with the American star on his chest, a fully upgraded suit and everything. I mean, Wakandan technology combined with vibranium shield of Captain America is going to be something to be reckoned with. And yeah, so basically they've wised up to Carly's plan, which is to get everybody out. In case any of you are here wondering why you aren't seeing the full episode, I'm not going to risk running the Disney Infinity censorship gauntlet to snap my channel out of existence, because we are obviously not authorized to show their copyrighted content. But in all seriousness though, do get Disney Plus Hotstar in India or Disney Plus all over the world and watch this series. It's full of action, it's full of character development, right? And that's one of the best parts about Marvel. They actually give their characters nice backstories, they give them motives. to carry out the heroic actions that they do. And after seeing WandaVision, oh, here is Vision, and here is the Scarlet Witch, who we are going to be seeing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Uh, all right, so get Bucky Barnes to defect to her side. I mean, these are tried and tested tactics by guerrilla leaders to, make faults in the opposition and to get the strong people of the other side to work for them, and it's not working in this case. All right, I'm basically waiting to see if Torrance shows up, with the old Falcon wingsuit, but it's kind of high hopes to expect that. All right, so the GRC leaders are being shepherded into a police transport, and it seems that something is going on which is not supposed to be going on. See, this is the thing about infiltration, that these people, the flag smashers, have people everywhere, and I'm guessing this is one of their tactics to get the leaders of the GRC in either a hostage situation or use them as leverage. Let's see how they're going to play out this plot. All right. Bucky Barnes is still talking to Carly. Maybe she's playing for time. Maybe she's just actively actually trying to recruit him to her side. But it seems that negotiations between Bucky Barnes and Carly Morgenthau have broken down. Yeah, I think she was playing for time and she has distracted them from the leaders who have been taken away. And I'm going to skip this ad so that you can continue listening to the copyright free background music courtesy YouTube, courtesy the 1261 clan. Thank you. All right, back to the action. Sharon Carter is on the lookout for the missing GRC leaders. We got a huge heavy-set man on the flag smashers side who is probably going to be playing a big part in the episode, the later half of the episode. Whoa. Okay, so something has gone wrong and that person has been taken out of the equation by Sharon Carter. Vapor to knock out that big, huge guy who got the GRC leaders into their transports and sent them away. All right. Bucky Barnes is on a motorbike and in pursuit of the GRC leaders. Batroc is trying to get his revenge on the Falcon because of the flight and fight sequence in the first episode. So, yes, you will notice that I did not say flight or flight. I said flight and fight because that was a very nice jumpsuit, parachute, wing gliding, helicopter smashing, nice action sequence overall. And it wasn't replicated at that scale throughout the series. So I'm guessing that that was one of their high points, and that is why they wanted to start off the series with a bang. And they started with a big bang. All right, there we go. The Falcon has picked up the shield from midair, and now he's in pursuit. He's going to be in pursuit of this chopper. There he is. And here we go. And away we go. Shout out to Rick and Morty, all you Rick and Morty fans out there. Make sure you drop a comment. Do you like Rick? Do you like what he does to Morty? Do you like how evil Morty is part of the universe? But let's not stray too far from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And there we go. This is another nice flight and fight sequence. All right, so the guy has actually shot a submachine gun out of the helicopter at the Falcon. There we go. Red Wing is into action. Red Wing has also been upgraded. and he is, as usual, being a big help, identifying people inside the chopper, who one of whom does have flying experience, and I guess she is going to be the one who takes over the helicopter. All right, Carly is back with her super soldier team, the core team of her flag smashers, and I'm guessing that she is going to choose to negotiate to use the leaders that she has kidnapped as hostage, or whether just to kill them all. All right, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's a little bit of a cliche, but very true. Just because it's cliche does not mean it's not true. All right, so basically, she's forcing her team to do her bidding. She says one world, one people, which is the slogan of the flag smashers, who basically want things to go back to the way things were during the blip when Thanos had done the initial snap and wiped out half of all sentient life in the universe. All right, back to the helicopter versus Falcon sequence. Very nice place to keep the shield as well. And there we go. Red Wing and Falcon have combined to pull out the pilots, and oh, that's a nice, he interlocks his wings and gets the shield out as well and puts it back on his backpack, and he's back in pursuit. So from the outset, this season finale has been non-stop action, as we can expect it to be, because how much denouement, how much story recap, and how much story extension, and how much tying up of the loose ends can you pack in 50 minutes, right? Not even 50 minutes. Okay. Carly Morgenthau and her super soldiers are hijacking a police transport, I guess. So they've basically joined up with the leaders that they had kidnapped. And Bucky Barnes is into the action, straight up facing off against one of the super soldiers. So let's see if they are able to win over Bucky Barnes. Oh, and that's a pretty bad move, because she just set fire to one of the trucks that has the GRC leaders in them to distract Bucky from the super soldier that he was fighting. And he's trying to open the doors. Oh, and there we go. John Walker has re-entered the arena. She says that she didn't want to kill people who don't matter, but she actually did kill Battlestar, whose real name was Lemar. And there we go. Captain America, erstwhile Captain America, now I guess more into the US agent phase of his character's development. So US agent was a super patriotic, excessively patriotic uh, version, or I would say a foil to Captain America in the Marvel comics. And there we go. The shield of John Walker is not really the vibranium shield of Captain America, but he is getting beat down. But he also has the serum flowing inside his veins. So, and in the meantime, Bucky has obviously liberated the GRC leaders. All right. Let's see what's going to happen to John Walker. And Bucky Barnes has knocked out one of the super soldiers. Not really knocked out, but knocked down. And Carly is joined in the fight. Hand-to-hand combat is notoriously difficult to orchestrate. And there we go. Bucky falling off, and another super soldier, maybe Carly herself, hitting him. And we are back into the helicopter chase sequence. All right. All right. Let me just pause for a second and tell you that the subtitles clearly said Captain America, colon, a little birdie told me you know how to fly a helicopter. The little birdie being Red Wing and Captain America, of course, being Sam Wilson. So, yes, now we have pretty clear confirmation that Sam Wilson is the new Captain America. Polo Astra, that's a very interesting concept that the Dora Milaje were double agents. Well, I think they go to lock up Zemo in the raft because, as far as I know, the raft is the place where criminals are supposed to be kept, and Wakanda has become part of the wider world after the events of Black Panther, RIP Chadwick Boseman. And but yeah, pretty interesting. Please keep them coming. It's awesome to see you guys enjoying the Marvel Cinematic Universe as much, if not more, than I am, because they've created a wonderful universe to escape into, to kind of take our thoughts away from these troubled times that we are surrounded by. I'm in India, by the way, for everyone who's watching all around the world. And let me tell you, the second wave is no party. But please do take care and stay safe. And all right, this is the way, as the Mandalorian says. But yeah, let's keep it light. Let's try and keep ourselves positively motivated for the future. All right, so Captain America is Sam Wilson, resuming the episode now. Okay, so he gets hit by the chopper's blades and lands up in the water with lots of huge pipes raining down on him from a tanker. But there we go. I think he's going to, yep, make an exit. Who? And I think that bad guy who's flying the chopper has basically forced his hand and is going to force him to do something drastic to get the bad guy's hands. All right. So the shield coming into play, and there we go. Building momentum, knocking the chopper out in such a way that the pilot falls out and into the hands of Captain America and into the water. Splash down. All right. So there we go. That plan worked very well. The person who was flying the chopper, who has taken over the chopper, was named Ayla. Uh, all right. So we are back into the John Walker / US agent versus Carly Morgenthau and her super soldiers scene. All right. Uh, it seems that John Walker is still on the side of good, even though he has made quite a big mistake by killing Matthias, the person who did not kill Lemar Hoskins, aka Battlestar. And now Carly and John Walker are having a fist fight in a construction area. Some parkour level hard hitting from Carly, and she is going to try and get away with the rest of the GRC leaders who are still packed into one of the NYPD transports, the armored trucks, so to speak. All right. Uh, the other fight that is going on simultaneously, of course, is Bucky Barnes versus one of Carly's super soldiers. Oh, and what she has done is she has driven the armored truck with the GRC leaders off the top of the construction site. Sharon Carter looking on, and John Walker is watching as well. I guess he's going to try and hold back the truck, but let's see. He is still, of course, wearing the Captain America uniform, the old Captain America uniform, and he has let go of the fake shield that he had created. And yes, he is redeeming himself by pulling back the truck from the brink, from the edge, at the same time dealing with a couple of super soldiers. All of them fall down, and the truck is about to fall, and falling, but stuck on its rear axle. Let's see if it's the real Captain America. That's right, Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, has held up the truck, and Red Wing, as always, attaches himself to the truck to provide that little bit of extra boost. And there we go, their boosters are pushing the truck back up, and the GRC leaders are going to be saved. All right. So I'm guessing that this was, yes, the people are sharing, this was the culmination of Act 1. That's the Black Falcon. All right. And the next person in the audience, I will say, in the crowd, says, nah, that's Captain America. So obviously, this is going to be a showdown between the super soldiers, yeah, the super soldiers and Carly Morgenthau, aka the Flag Smashers, versus Captain America, Bucky Barnes, and John Walker. All right, some sort of a new entrance. That's Batroc. All right, so Batroc has fired some smoke into the arena, and that has helped the Flag Smashers, super soldiers escape for the time being. So, with infrared vision, Captain America is now tracking the Flag Smashers. Their masks are off. All right, running through the building, trying to get away from the new Captain America. Very well deserved, and I guess everybody could see it coming from a mile, but it feels like this was the natural outcome of things, especially after John Walker committed that huge mistake, murdering a person in cold blood. No matter what the person has done, delivering justice is not up to the individual, it's up to the laws of society. But reverting back to our fantasy land of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Phase 4, WandaVision began Phase 4 with a bang. Check out my playlist about the WandaVision episodes. I have live streamed most of them as well, including the last final post-credit scene in which the Scarlet Witch has detached herself from her physical body and her spiritual form is reading the Darkhold. Kind of like Dr. Stephen Strange after he learned the mystic arts at Kamar Taj and learned to sleep as well as study at the same time. I mean, what wouldn't students give to learn that ability? Yeah, but fantasy is in its own place, reality is in its own place. We're going to see right now if Sharon Carter can talk some sense into Carly Morgenthau. Now, according to Zemo, Carly is radicalized beyond redemption. So Sharon is obviously going to try and take a stab at it. But it seems that Carly is not interested in a power or an empire. Let's see if she falls for, or rather is convinced by, Sharon Carter. And we still haven't seen the power broker revealed as such, although there are many theories floating around. What do you guys think? Is it going to be Sharon Carter is the power broker? Batroc. Batroc is trying to play the game to his advantage. to reveal the identity of the power broker as Sharon Carter. And shots have been fired. It seems Batroc is down, and so is Sharon Carter. This should and probably won't be the end of her, right? But Sam Wilson has arrived on the scene, and it seems that Batroc is dead and out of the picture unless they show him getting back up and running away. All right, time for a showdown between Captain America and Carly Morgenthau. She was great. Oh, she was great in Solo as well. Solo, a Star Wars story. But we'll talk about that some other time. I see no reason why there should be a separate Star Wars fandom and a separate MCU fandom. Everybody who loves creativity in all its forms should show their love and their appreciation for all the universes that they appreciate. All right, we have switched to the rest of the super soldiers being surrounded by Bucky Barnes, John Walker, and NYPD. So I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to run a fight till you got it? But I think that's the end of the part that the rest of the super soldiers play in the season finale of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Thank you all so much for watching. And if it's not too much trouble, please tap that subscribe button. And when you click that notification bell, there's a small sub menu that comes up. Please select all on that so that you know when I go live, when I upload videos about sports, about travel, and of course about a lot of pop culture, movies, TV series. See, nothing is out of my ambit, right? So you might as well get in on it while the going is hot. All right. Carly Morgenthau was going to take a shot at Captain America, but it seems that Sharon Carter has shot her first. And bullets are not something that the serum can protect against. I wonder what's going to happen to Sharon Carter after this. And I'm guessing that is the end of the leader of the Flag Smashers, Carly Morgenthau. Eyes closed and character over. Okay, so once again, a very relatable villain, I will say, or rather an anti-hero whose cause was not just but kind of understandable. And what do you guys think? I mean, was the aim of the Flag Smashers about a world without boundaries actually doable? Was it actually practical? Was it actually a Marvel thing that could have been true were it not for Captain America to bring down the Flag Smashers? Captain America and associates, of course. Winter Soldier, John Walker, I'm sorry. Got confused with James Buchanan Barnes, which is the name of the Winter Soldier. All right, so I'm guessing that John Walker is also going to be reabsorbed into their team, but let's see. The reporters are asking what their preferred name for Sam Wilson should be. And they are discussing the steps forward because the GRC leaders are still going to go through with the plan of reinforcing borders, right? So then comes the dilemma, the actual moral dilemma of who do you call terrorist, who do you call refugee, who do you call when who do you call when ghosts show up? Ghostbusters. But in all due seriousness, as far as the MCU is concerned, they do address social issues, which are actually relevant in our real world as well. Because refugee crisis was the hugest thing before coronavirus hit, and I guess corona has compounded the compounded the adverse effects of having no home, having to leave your home, your family, friends, everything, because of something that is happening in your own land. So Captain America has a point when he says that you gotta compare the snap of Thanos to what they are going to do, which is to break the world apart again. All right. So this series has been about the struggle of black people, the the stairs and the judgment, as he says. You know, the Black Captain America storyline, the Isaiah Bradley character was also very powerful and carried a message which speaks not only to Americans but to the world in general. And as expected, there is a nice little monologue by Captain America. Torres, go Torres Army. So everybody who loves Torres, might I tell you that he was in another Marvel affiliated show a while back. The show is called The Gifted, and he played a, I would say, casual love interest of the protagonist, the heroine. So you might want to check that out. It was a good watch, 2 seasons, I think. I'm not sure if it was renewed for a third season or not, but it was in the X-Men universe. It was set in the X-Men universe, and it led directly into X-Men: Days of Future Past. So, Marvel fans, if you're also into the X-Men part of the Marvel franchise, you might want to check out The Gifted. You'll get a little dose of Torres as well. He actually played a mutant with the ability to manipulate and project images, in the real world. So that was pretty handy and very nice. Coming back to Captain America's monologue, the question you have to ask yourself is how you want to use it. So, how are you going to use power? How do you decide what to do when you are in a position of privilege? And I guess you should never abuse your privilege, because those of us who are privileged can do something. The littlest thing makes a difference. And Bucky Barnes says, all I heard was the black guy in the stars and stripes. So there we go. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is now Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Sharon Carter is kind of taking self care. Hashtag self care, very important. All right. So the GRC leaders are referring to Sam as Cap, which kind of makes it official in the MCU as well. And I'm guessing that Bucky Barnes and Sharon Carter are, yeah, there they go. They are moving on to newer adventures. Okay, and the next phase, I won't say phase, but the next step of the MCU is set up with Captain America flying off to track down the last flag smasher, the one that he had knocked into the water. All right, so the super soldiers are here, and they are also getting transferred to the raft. So Polo Astra, great name by the way. Polo Astra, maybe that was a setup as Marvel does. They drop Easter eggs all over the place, and there we go. It's not yet over from the flag smashers side because the police officer who who was loading the truck blew it up. Oh, but it seems the truck was blown up by somebody else, an old man. I have no idea who that old man was. Zemo. Zemo is in the raft, as Polo Astra very rightly pointed out. And this might be a setup for something new. Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Val. So, I guess Zemo had planned that the super soldier serum should not go anywhere. He was very against the idea of super soldiers and superheroes in general. And then he obviously made sure that none of the super soldiers were left remaining except the one who fell into the Hudson, which Captain America is after. Alright. So, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, by the way, appeared in a comedy called Downhill. Let's see what John Walker comes out as. And I'm guessing that he is US agent. Yep. Black uniform, which I guess fits into the US agent. And Valentina says things are about to get weird. A US agent name drop, and it was pretty obvious that John Walker's character arc was coming down to being US agent. Okay, so let's see. John Walker is really happy that he's back, but he's not really back as Captain America. He's back as US agent under the control of Contessa Val -- But yeah, let's see. I'm looking forward to seeing Julia Louis-Dreyfus do something evil, after her long stint as Elaine in Seinfeld and her Veep and President role in Veep, of course. I guess Bucky has come to make amends and to give his old Japanese friend some closure. I guess he's going to tell him that he was the one who killed his son. So this is going to be one of those redemption sequences, right? And this is the Bucky Barnes story coming full circle. He was committed, patriotic, and absolutely morally unambiguous on the good side. But then he was messed up in the head by the serum and by Russians, and we are into the therapist office where Bucky had started his series. All right, so he has crossed out pretty much all the names on his list, and in the little book of Captain America, the original Captain America, and he has written a little thank you note for his therapist. Let's see what his next plan of action is, and I guess his next plan of action is to start living a normal life, as normal as he can. Let's see. But it seems that his old friend is happier, if not happy. Okay, I'm guessing that we are back at Isaiah Bradley's home, the Black Captain America. and his youngster calls him a Black Falcon. But obviously, Isaiah calls him Captain America, which is his new name, his new designation. So it's made obvious to us that the GRC has stopped the Patch Act for now. They're going to let the world be without borders for the moment and come up with a better solution to half the world coming back in, getting undusted and getting unblipped. Uh, One of the best unblippings was in WandaVision, of course, when Monica Rambeau was unsnapped and came back into the world to find her mom dead, and Wanda exerting her Scarlet Witch powers over Westview. So do check out WandaVision's episodes. Do check out my live streams of those episodes if you don't have Disney Plus. And as we wind down the series, which will now and henceforth be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I guess we can talk about a few of the takeaways, right? So, uh, you know, how much this ties into the rest of the Phase 4 of the MCU is kind of difficult to tell. All right. The US agent storyline seems like something that is going to tie into upcoming series, which reminds me, Loki is coming up in June, on 11th June to be exact, and it's going to be a hell of a ride. All right. So, why don't you guys check out my teaser video for that? Check out the trailers for Loki and get excited for the mischievous god of magic to work his magic into our hearts, because Tom Hiddleston wouldn't have been a great Thor, wouldn't have been a great any other character apart from Loki with his ear to ear grin. Looks like the Joker, which Loki kind of is, and very deserved. They've got a statue for Isaiah Bradley's stint as Captain America. Isaiah Bradley's biography is etched in stone, so to speak, in the Museum of Captain America that was uh, shown to us in the first episode of this series. This series was very short, 6 episodes, very action packed, action oriented. Yes, there was character development, but how it's going to tie into, like I said, the rest of Phase 4 remains to be seen. Okay. Uh, Obviously, Captain America is going to be Sam Wilson from now on. Anthony Mackie does a great job, and Sebastian Stan is, of course, going to continue to be the Winter Soldier. We are back to the hometown of Captain America. There is Bucky Barnes playing around with the nephews of Captain America, and a very nice denouement, which is the culmination of a story, because even though he was explicitly warned not to flirt with Sarah, who is Captain America's sister, he's still showing off by letting the nephews hang on to his vibranium arm. And there we go, an expanse of the ocean for the Winter Soldier and his new best friend Captain America to stare at, and nice folksy music as the scene focuses out. Captain America and the Winter Soldier. As I said, the last text that we see over here is Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Carrie Scogland, great job. The end credits, as always, are well thought out. Marvel obviously puts a lot of thought into imbibing meaning into their uh, series, into everything they produce. So while the credits are playing, let's talk about what else is coming up apart from Loki. So What If is a series that's going to explore alternate universes And there is a character called the Watcher, which is going to be voiced by Jordan Peele, I think. Yeah, I think so. Jordan Peele is going to be voicing the Watcher, and that series is going to explore, alternate universes in which our heroes, our superheroes, I will say, are either slightly or vastly different, including having Peggy Carter as Captain Britain, and Doctor Strange, obviously, because Doctor Strange is obviously one universe, multi-universe, which is just mind-boggling. We also are going to have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We are going to get Spider-Man, No Way Home. Uh, what else? What else? What else? Eternals with Angelina Jolie and Kunal Nanjiani. Go Indian artists. Let me join you, man. Come on. Looking forward to that. Yes, absolutely. I'm serious. I really have ambitions to be part of lots of creative universes. Uh, okay, so now we are into the cast listing, ending with Daniel Brühl as Zemo. Captain America and the Winter Soldier is the last. All right, Sharon Carter is getting a pardon. So I think Sharon Carter is getting an American pardon. Okay, so the politicians are saying that they're going to start to repay some of the debt that they owe the Carter family. So obviously she's related to Peggy Carter, which is also an excellent series. You should check that out. It's always nice to go back to old Marvel stuff and see the things that they were peppering over there. But now obviously they do that well, uh, much more. All right, so Sharon Carter is obviously Agent Carter, Peggy Carter's descendant, relative, whatever you want to call it. All right. So I think she's going to be having a double role as the power broker and Agent Carter. There we go. She has put her phone up to her ear, start lining up. Yeah, so this is going to be a gray character that she's going to be playing. And looking forward to all these characters playing out the rest of their character arcs in other Marvel series. All right. And I think that might just be it. I was very glad that I hung out till the end of the credit sequence to see Sharon Carter double her role in the MCU as the power broker and Agent Carter. So, what else? We got Agent and Val. We got Sharon Carter as power broker, and we got Sam Wilson as Captain America. Not to mention Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier. So I'm gonna put off my headphones, which are also Avenger themed, by the way. By the way, all right, it was great fun watching the season finale. Thank you all so much for joining me. For those of you who are watching this at a later date, please don't forget to subscribe. A huge welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. And looking forward to entertaining you all, sharing some nice thoughts, some positivity, and of course, shared strength to get through these troubled times. Take care, stay safe, wear a mask. This is the way. Goodbye. And just to be, on the safe side, because Marvel does have a tendency to sneak in some end credit sequences. I'm just going to forward to the end of the episode, but that's the end, I would say, of the episode. I don't remember when the soundtrack went off, but all right. I'm guessing that there isn't anything, and no end of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Thank you again so much for watching, and goodbye. See you all next time.